Why didn't NXT just do a best of edition, guys? Welcome back to Fog Wrestling, or else I wouldn't be reviewing this. Raw than a best of edition. So why is NXT forcing Fog Wrestling into watching a show here on Boxing Day? I mean, seriously, it's supposed to be fun times and all that good stuff. Not watching wrestling, not watching current day wrestling. I mean, would CM Punk make his in-ring WWE return to Madison Square Garden, and what? We don't get that like on some form of network live stream. I mean, I guess that's an excuse to pay the money and pay the ticket to go and watch him at Madison Square Garden, but I don't understand why they would do that, to be honest. But anyway, it's time for your Boxing Day edition of WWE NXT. Make sure you go vote on all the polls that we're putting up end of year polls and all that good stuff. Let's see though. Let's see. We've got our first match in an all or nothing match. We've got Chase University taking on OTM, and yeah, Chase University. They lose it all. They lose. There's not really much more for me to say at this point. It's all over. It's done. It is bang bang. Good night. Absolutely. It's over. That is it. The balloon has burst. What's the future hold for Chase University? I don't know. Maybe they'll win our Faction of the Year poll. Then we had the NXT Year End Awards. Tag Team of the Year was awarded to the Creed Brothers. Female Superstar of the Year was awarded to Tiffany Stratton. Male Superstar of the Year was given to Eli Dragunov. Match of the Year was given to Carmelo Hayes against Ilya Dragunov from No Mercy. Moment of the Year was given to The Undertaker's appearance, of course, where he chokeslammed, what do you call him? Braun Breaker. The real American badass appeared. Then we have Carmelo Hayes and Trent Williams talking about the injury that Ilya Dragunov suffered last week. So, yeah, take your shot, big man, if he's 100% or not. We then have Noam Dar versus Josh Briggs for the WWE NXT Heritage Cup Championship. I mean, it goes 4 rounds. Noam Dar eventually wins via disqualification. Do you care? I don't. Nathan Fraser then tells Exam that he's glad that Braun Breaker didn't win the Male Superstar of the Year award. Braun was standing behind Fraser the entire time, which I thought was quite funny. And Braun says, "You won't be able to catch me as we are Scooby-Doo." So yeah, looks like we're getting Fraser against Braun Breaker later on tonight. I'd love to say that I'm looking forward to this, but I'm not. When are we going to call up Braun Breaker? Is he going to debut in the Rumble? I feel like we've been saying for about 10 years whether or not if this guy's going to be called up or not. We then have Cora Jade taking on Carmen Petrovic. Cora Jade wins. Right decision. Absolutely right decision, man. She's got to win. We then have a semi-final round match. Lexis King versus Riley Osborne. Again, I know he got screwed or whatever here, but this Lexis King guy came in with so much hype to NXT, joins this jobber men's breakout tournament, and he loses. Like like that's it. Like he just loses this match to Riley Osborne. I mean, I guess he's been hyped up with Tia Hill recently. How's that going to go? I'm not too sure, but I think he got absolutely disgraced here. We then have Eva Rain, the Rock's daughter, telling Kelly Kincaid that there's no medical update regarding Eli Dragunov, but Dragunov will show up to the building to let everyone know whether or not the match at New Year's Eve is still on. Considering it's next week and he get dropped on his head and he had to get stretchered out, what we're doing here is like, is this a gimmick or something? Braun Breaker taking on Nathan Fraser up next. This match was alright, but he hits it with a spear. It was a great wee spear, by the way. May I add. Absolutely killed Nathan Fraser. Incredible stuff. We then get a no quarter catch crew vignette. That's phenomenal, isn't it? Val Henry and Brooks Jensen try to offer Josh Briggs some encouragement, but he's just no having it. Arena Grace then starts complaining about Roxanne Perez to Ava. Maybe Roxanne should take some anger management classes. Oh, and then she tells Arena that she'll have a match with Roxanne Perez next week at New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil. Down, 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 down. So that's quite a big match to be looking forward to next week at New Year's Evil, isn't it, man? Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe reel it in, Stevie. Let's not pretend that things are a lot better than what they are. We then have Leia, Valkyrie, and Blair Davenport having a segment. Sarah Screamer's like, next week at New Year's Evil, Leia Valkyrie will defend her NXT Women's Championship against Blair Davenport in a first time ever contest. Ladies, I have something to ask. Why is it taking this long? And then they start, slabbing each other. Oh, because she blew her knee up, and oh, you're a jobber, you're a jobber. Just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I'm falling asleep, man. I'm yawning. Oh, head's hitting the pillow. Falcony, Blair Davenport. Do I give a damn? Not really. We then have the other semi-final match of the men's breakout tournament. We've got Obafemi taking on Tivian Heights. Tivian Heights loses, Obafemi wins. Not surprised by this. So it's going to be Obafemi taking on Riley Osborne. I think Riley Osborne's going to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if Obafemi wins this match, to be honest. There'll be an exclusive interview, though, next week with Ridge Holland about at New Year's Evil. Talking about injuring Ilya Dragunov. Of course, this guy's injured Big E, now he's injured him. Even though this one's kayfabe, it's like, I wonder how Big E is sitting at home with his career absolutely minced. How's he feel? What's he thinking? I'd love to know. Then we get our 7th match of the evening. Joe Coffey taking on Joe Gacy. Battles of the Joes, but Joe Gacy wins. The LWO and Dragon Lee will have a match with no quarter catch crew next week. And then to end things, we have an NXT Underground match. We've got DJ against Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe wins. And I don't get this. Like, this guy's a fucking bum. Like, he came back. D-Jack beat him. D-Jack, who I think should be getting pushed to the moon in terms of NXT, like, I mean, and then maybe see where he goes, pushing him to the moon on NXT on the main roster, but I just don't really understand why. I don't really rate Eddie Thorpe, but here, maybe some people, maybe the higher powers do, man, who knows. We then have Eli Dragunov and Trick Williams backstage. They're sitting down at a table. There's a wee light bulb flickering. Trick Williams says, Dragunov, I need to know, are you able to strap up your boots and line up against me at New Year's Evil? Because I'm not holding back. And then Dragunov said, unfortunately, Trick, nothing and no one can stop me. The match is on. I've got a feeling that they might put the belt on Trick Williams, and maybe they'll try and spin it in such a way that, well, here, listen here, big man. See Big Trick Williams, only reason he won is because Dragunov was injured. And it could be that. It could actually just be that simple. They'll go with Trick Williams winning his first belt against like an unstoppable Dragunov, but he's not really unstoppable because he's currently injured. Sort of gimmick. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. But anyway, guys, I'm going to give this episode of NXT a 3 out of 10. Some good things on it, but I think some of the wrong people won the matches, like Lexus King losing, D-Jack losing. Kind of disagree with that. But anyway, troops, till next time, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.